one of the sporting capitals of the world, an Olympic city oozing style and sophistication. Now Barcelona welcomes the finest drivers on the planet as the curtain comes down on the 2012 FIA World Rally Championship. Their journey over the past year has taken them far and wide, through 4 continents, the toughest of terrain, against breathtaking backdrops. The undisputed star of the show once again, Sebastian Loeb, cementing his place in sporting history. 9 successive world titles now, the rest just relieved he's moving into semi-retirement.
I'm Sebastian Loeb. Welcome to Rally Catalunya in Spain. Have a great time.
That's the plan, Seb, as the season's finale brings us to the Costa Dorada, where the Frenchman's unbeaten since 2005. And Rally d'Espagne presents a rare mix of gravel and tarmac, a unique challenge in prospect for all concerned.
You need to be able to change your driving style quite a lot in this rally.
It would have been nice to have a day of snow as well, actually, then it would have been perfect.
Sebastian Loeb and teammate Mikko Hirvonen have sealed a Citroën 1-2, so attention turns to the battle for third in the championship. Privateer Mads Osberg looking to keep his nose ahead for factory Ford pair Jari-Matti Latvala and Petter Solberg. In the manufacturer's standings, Citroën have comfortably maintained their stranglehold on the title, now stretching to 5 successive years.
Fra Wales og utover så har ting virkelig begynt å løsne, og vi har pushet hardt, hatt gode tider på etapper, hatt gode resultater, og har øket stadig etter det, og har skjønt også at nå må vi slå Jari-Matti og Petter for å kunne holde den plasseringen vi har, og det har vi hatt sterkt fokus på å gjøre, og det har vi tenkt å fortsette med.
Är du överraskad över att det har gått så här bra?
Ja, att vi skulle vara med och fighta om bronset, det var väl lite överraskande i början på säsongen kanske, men ju längre säsongen har gått så har vi märkt att vi har hakat på i toppen, så det är klart att vi har ju haft den tredjeplatsen som målsättning i alla fall sista halvan av säsongen.
I mina ögon är det här en jättenäsbränna för de båda fabriksförarna i Ford, Latvala och Solberg. Vad säger du?
Jo, det är ju helt klart, men de åker fabriksteam och vi åker privat, så att det känns ju inte mindre bra att vara med och slå dem såklart, och det är ju inte våran situation för nästa år sämre eller så.
Märker ni på dem att de är stressade?
Ja, lite grann. De sista tävlingarna förut har det inte varit så illa, men de senaste tävlingarna nu så har det varit lite grann. De har lite mera tillbakadragna på vissa tillfällen, helt klart.
The Rally WRC Rally d'Espagne continues with its base in the Costa Dorada resort of Salou, 95 kilometers southwest of Barcelona. Traditionally run as a pure asphalt fixture over the smooth-flowing roads of the Tarragona region, the opening day west of Salou is now run almost entirely on gravel, with the longest stage, Terra Alta, actually featuring a mix of both surfaces, which should make things interesting. So the first day run on gravel then, a qualifying stage would be needed to decide the opening road positions. With the stakes high, it would prove a lively start under the Spanish sun. Jari-Matti Latvala was on the edge at times in Salou and could only manage the 4th fastest time. And there was an even more spectacular outing for Chris Atkinson. The Australian coming close to rolling his mini John Cooper works. The quickest of all, though, was 7-time Spain winner Loeb. And a surprise second fastest was Evgeny Novikov, the young Russian using D-Mac tyres for the first time, just 1/10 of a second slower than the world champion. Another new feature for 2012 is a trip to the bustling heart of the Catalan capital, Barcelona, for the opening ceremony. A unique sight to see the WRC's finest in this historic city, and the Spanish fans, of course, turned out in their droves to meet their heroes. Barcelona also hosted the start selection process, and in front of a packed audience, it was Loeb first to choose, the Frenchman opting for 14th.
The road cleaning can be quite important here, so we don't think it will be dusty, so we play for the road cleaning, and so we go further behind.
So this is how the cars head into day one. Chris Atkinson will lead the crews away. The big guns, though, are further down the field. Mads Osberg goes 6th, followed by Oyt Tanak and local star Danny Sordo. Thierry Neuville gets away just ahead of Petter Solberg and Jari-Matti Latvala, with Sebastian Loeb 14th away. So here we go then, a beautiful sunrise, but wet weather is forecast and it's going to make conditions treacherous out there. The rain has arrived on what is a big day for this man, Hans Weiss, former JWRC runner-up and making his debut in a WRC car this weekend for the Qatar World Rally team.
150, flauw rechts plus flauw links. En 50 rechts plus slow.
Oh, but that is a mistake already for the Dutch driver. Not the way he wanted to start his morning, but it is a sign how treacherous this road surface is. A lucky escape for the sports new boy, but he got away with that. It's a big weekend too for Roy Tanak. After taking his first WRC podium 3 weeks ago in Sardinia, it will have given the Estonian renewed confidence. Oh, but he too caught out by the slippery conditions and inches from sliding into the ditch there. A close call for Oyton Kolder-Sik. Action from the off this morning. Jari-Matti Latvala is into the stage now. He's running a combination of soft and hard tyres, but with the rain getting heavier, he may wish he'd gone for all softs. All over the place there and approaching the end of the stage. Keep an eye on the clock.
Jatkuu maali, vasen 4 pitkä, pidä kirraa. Heti oikein 4 miinus.
4:40.5, and that is the fastest through so far, but that time will undoubtedly be under attack from the Citroën boys, and they have made the right tyre choice. Both cars shod in soft Michelins. Mikko Hirvonen, fresh from his first victory in Citroën colours in Italy, is on it here, but it's getting incredibly slippery as the roads get muddier. And the rain is only getting heavier. Sebastian Loeb is just behind his teammate, and he will be regretting that choice for a lower road position. He's not losing too much time here, but with grip levels getting lower, this could be a tough morning for Seb and Mikko. Moving into stage 2 now. Martin Prokop is nearing the end of his first season at rallying's top table. The Czech driver's in 10th after stage 1. Safely into the flying finish of the Parcells test. Oh, but he's lost it after the stage. With the car damaged, that's the last we'll see of Martin today. Up at the sharp end, meanwhile, Mads Osberg has defied these horrendous conditions to make a really strong start in Spain. It's the Norwegians' turn to pass through the finish board, showing Prokop how it should be done here. And that is the fastest time through so far. Not far behind, fresh from his first podium finish in Sardinia. Oyt Tanak seems determined to finish the season in style. Mads Osberg did a 54.5. Oh, and that's the identical time to the Norwegian, and it's also enough to move Tanak into the provisional lead. And conditions do seem to be deteriorating with every passing car. Road position tactics have been thrown upside down. Thierry Neuville started well, running 5th after the opening test. Oh, but he's hit something. And this doesn't look good. Thierry is out. Rally d'Espagne 2012 already biting hard. That's 2 retirements this morning. The impact's ripping Neuville's wheel clean off. Here's Petter Solberg. He's right on the limit despite the mud bath that the road has become. And back with Petter's teammate Latvala now. Fast approaching the area that caught out Neuville. But hang on, that's Solberg's co-driver Chris Patterson at the side of the road, and there's Petter's car. It's right next to the corner that caught out Neuville. He must have hit the same obstacle. Once again, rotten luck for the former champion.
Yeah, driving okay, good, and then we were hit that ditch there, like a few other cars here, and then they broke the TCA.
So a wrecked suspension then, and 2 big names felled by the same obstruction. Let's take another look from Neuville's car. Clearly some sort of curb on the left corner, and that's all it took.
Sometimes you cannot explain how it can happen. It's so big disappointment. We just wanted to do well without taking risks, and that's what we were doing. And then we tire so early, I cannot explain.
So a devastated Solberg and Neuville will go no further today, and with Petter out, the onus again falls on Jari-Matti Latvala to bring forward a strong result on his final rally with the team before he moves to Volkswagen. Oh, but a mistake from the Finn as well. He was leading the rally before this stage, but he won't be now.
Towards the end of the stage, the left hand was really muddy, and this came as a surprise for me, so we slide off slightly and but went to the bushes, but everything is okay, so this was very slippy, that stage.
An interesting looking leaderboard then after stage 2. Oyt Tanak is our surprise front runner, just 1/10 of a second ahead of Osberg, with Hirven in third and Loeb dropping down to fourth. Welcome back to Rally RACC Catalunya Costa Dorada, where a recent switch to a mixed surface format has provided a unique challenge in the Spanish mountains. As we move on to the monster 44 kilometres of Terra Alta, both gravel and tarmac will be very much in evidence as the crews tackle both surfaces in the same test. And as you can see, there's no sign of the rain easing up. It's been a fantastic start for Mads Osberg in that adapter Ford Fiesta. Just look at the conditions out there, like driving on ice. The tarmac section's already tough enough using car set up for gravel. Oh, and Mads spins as he moves back onto the dirt, perhaps caught out by the instant change in grip. Osberg needs to keep it under control. He's not just fighting for a win here, but third place in the Drivers' Championship.
I lost maybe 10 seconds, a little bit more, so we tried to take it back towards the end, but I don't know if we managed.
And this is the man Mads is battling with. Our rally leader, Oyt Tanak, has revelled in these horrendous conditions so far. Podium last time out in Sardinia really has made all the difference to the young Estonian's confidence. Standing water everywhere, but fast approaching the end of the stage here. Oh, that is slower than Mads despite his spin, so Ott loses the lead. Further back, we've rejoined Jari-Matti Latvala. The Finn is well off the pace on his mixed tyre configuration. Off the gravel and onto the tarmac, the wet asphalt with very little grip, especially on gravel tyres. And Latvala just hasn't been able to get that Fiesta hooked up so far this weekend, and the former leader is now running down in fifth. Sebastian Loeb is still battling the conditions, but as every drop of rain falls from the sky, the stage conditions get worse and worse. You can see just how nasty the road surface is from our eye in the sky. Loeb leaving a spray of Spanish mud in his wake. And the casualties continue to mount. Local hero Danny Sordo, the latest victim.
But in special, this part of the stage was really muddy. We brake before this low corner, just brake, and the engine stop and the wheels lock. We start to ski in the mud, and we went out a little bit.
So we've had 3 different leaders in the first 3 stages. Osberg is now the man in the top spot. He's 2.7 seconds ahead of Tanak, with Hirven in third and Loeb still fourth. We are midway through the opening day here at Rally de España, an event that presents something of a unique challenge in the shape of that combination of gravel and tarmac stages. Adaptability is key around these roads.
You need to be able to change your driving style quite a lot in this rally, because always you go very smooth on tarmac, and even with gravel tires on tarmac, you need to try to be smooth.
It's a big difference. It's the grip level is a lot higher. You brake a lot later, you brake a lot deeper into the corner, and you are not having any oversteers and things like that.
As we saw on board with Jari-Matti, tests such as Terra Alta feature a mix of both terrains. So which setup and tyres should teams use when they face such a combination of surfaces?
As soon as there's a fair bit of percentage of gravel, you have to go with a gravel setup, because with tarmac, you would puncture the tire, or you would damage the car because it runs too low. Basically, you know, when you run on gravel, it's a slippery surface and it's obviously bumpy, so you need to run the car a lot higher and with softer suspension to pick up the grip. So when you go on tarmac, you drop the car a lot lower. In the old days, we had active ride eye, you know, where you could just press a button